Did you know that the Louvre's collection of Egyptian antiquities is one of the largest in the world outside of Cairo? It holds more than 50,000 pieces, each one a fragment of a lost world, a whisper from the banks of the Nile. When you step into these galleries, you are not just looking at objects, you are embarking on a journey through time. Our approach today is simple and direct. We will not try to see everything. Instead, we will pause before a few select treasures. We will treat each artifact not as a thing, but as the beginning of a human story. Here, in the heart of Paris, we will open a small door to ancient Egypt and listen closely to what its people have to say across the millennia. Each object we encounter is a silent narrator. A statue is not just carved stone, it is the embodiment of a pharaoh's power. A statue can also be a scribe's wisdom. A painted coffin is not merely a box, it is a vessel of love. It is also a map for the soul's journey into the afterlife. By focusing on these individual stories, we can feel a more personal connection to this grand civilization. We will move from one piece to the next, letting the object itself guide our understanding. We will feel the cool smoothness of the diorite, see the lingering brightness of ancient pigments, and imagine the hands that so carefully crafted these items. This short tour is an invitation to slow down and appreciate the profound humanity that lives within these ancient forms. Imagine the dry, warm air of Egypt, the scent of dust and river water mingling together. The people who made these artifacts lived under the same sun that warms our faces today. They had families, they worked, they worshipped their gods, they hoped for a peaceful existence after death. The items they left behind are the most direct links we have to their daily lives, their deepest beliefs, and their greatest aspirations. From the monumental statues of kings to the humble tools of a farmer, every piece tells part of the larger story of what it meant to be Egyptian. This is not a history of dates and dynasties, but a history of people, told through the things they cherished and preserved. Our first stop before a small, unassuming statue, yet it is one of the most famous masterpieces in the entire museum. This is the seated scribe discovered at Saqqara in 1850. Look at him closely. He sits cross-legged, a roll of papyrus on his lap, his right hand poised with a reed pen. The stone is painted limestone. The colors, though faded, still give him a lifelike quality. His skin is a reddish-brown ochre. His simple white kilt creates a stark contrast. He is not a mighty pharaoh or powerful god. He is an administrator, a man of letters, a vital part of the machinery that kept the kingdom running. His face is what truly captures our attention. The eyes, crafted from inlaid magnesite and rock crystal, seem to stare right through you with a calm, intelligent focus. They are not empty sockets of stone. They feel alive, alert, and full of thought. The slight tension in his lips and the focused set of his brows suggest a man deeply concentrated on his work. We can imagine him in a sunlit temple courtyard or a busy government office, recording crop yields, transcribing sacred texts, drafting a letter for a high official. His life was one of detail, of precision, and of immense responsibility. We now move to a piece that speaks of love, faith, the deep desire for eternal life. Before us is a brightly painted wooden coffin, its surface covered in a dazzling array of images and hieroglyphs. This is the outer coffin of a woman named Nefret, a singer in the Temple of Amun during the New Kingdom. The wood is sycamore, and even after more than 3,000 years the colors remain remarkably vivid. You can see brilliant yellows, deep blues, rich reds. The entire coffin is shaped like a human body, meant to magically protect the mummy within. The painted scenes are a visual guidebook for the underworld journey. Anubis, the jackal-headed guide of the dead, and Osiris, the king of the afterlife. These images were a form of insurance, prayers made visible. The neat columns down the front contain spells from the Book of the Dead, words Nefret would speak to overcome the trials of the underworld. Section 4, the Sphinx of Tanis. Guardian of secrets and time. Now we stand before a true giant, a creature of immense power and mystery. Carved from a single, colossal block of pink granite, it weighs over 20 tons. Its body is that of a lion, its head that of a king, wearing the traditional Nemes headdress. Feel the sense of immense age, smooth in places, rough and pockmarked in others. Look closely at shoulders and base, cartouches carved, erased, recarved across centuries. Amenemhat II, Merneptah, Shoshenqthefru. Our 5 minutes in ancient Egypt are nearly over, but the impressions will last much longer. We have met a diligent scribe, stood by a hopeful woman's final journey, and felt the power of a timeless guardian. The treasures of the pharaohs in the Louvre do not just show us what a great civilization built, they show us what it means to be human, and if we listen closely, we can still hear their voices across the Nile.